Hey everybody, it's me again, bringing it to you live from Jerusalem. Hope you guys like my new camera. Hope you can see me a little better and see how ugly I really am. This is a tragic day today here in Israel for the LGBT community, especially the LGBT community down south in the city of Beersheba. Let me read to you an article I just found. Organizers of Beersheba's first ever Pride Parade canceled the event Wednesday night to protest a High Court of Justice ruling that barred participants from marching through the city's main streets. So yeah, every year the season, July, August are the months that there are parades from the LGBT community here in Israel. And as most of you probably know, Israel is not that tolerant of the LGBT community, especially in certain cities. It's a year exactly since the last parade that I took part in Jerusalem. It was a beautiful parade, but something tragic happened there. An ultra-Orthodox radical rabbi named Schlissel stabbed and injured five innocent children, innocent kids, and killed one girl that wasn't even gay, Shira Banki. And this happened I was 100 yards away. It happened right next to me. It was crazy. He just got released out of prison. The police knew that he was a danger, and for some reason they didn't stop the attack. He came with a knife to the parade, and he just started stabbing everyone that was around him. So now here in Israel, everybody is all up in arms and very worried that nothing like that will happen ever again. But it comes with a price, right? Police officials urged the court to uphold their decision for an alternate route, saying they could not ensure the safety of all in the parade. Now I find that kind of ludicrous, because the whole definition of police is to protect and serve. To come and say that they can't protect everybody at the parade is just not acceptable. I think it's just an excuse for the police not to have the Pride Parade, the Gay Pride Parade in Beersheba. To be fair, they didn't close it down altogether. They just wanted an alternate route. They wanted to take it away from the main streets and put it at some side street where nobody would be able to see them. And being it's a parade, the whole premise of it is for it to be in a main street where everybody can see it. And it's kind of, for equal rights. The police officials, they gave their reasons that are not known to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ruled that it's not safe, and that they should move the route. They should move the parade to another route. As a result, the organizers of the parade just canceled it out altogether, saying this is our protest, or if we're not able to parade as the way we want to, as any other civilian can, we'd rather not parade at all. It goes on and says, police said its decision was also made to not offend religious sentiments in the area, and in consideration of traffic disruption the march would cause around the Soroka Medical Center, which is bullshit, total bullshit, okay? The part about offending religious sentiments. Here in Jerusalem, we had the parade last year, and it offended so many people. I mean, I don't think there was one ultra-Orthodox religious person that was not offended by it, let alone someone that lives in Jerusalem. But that should not be a reason to cancel or move a parade, especially not in the only democracy in the Middle East, right? This is very tragic. I mean, it's their first Pride Parade. This is not a religious city like Jerusalem. This is not a religious city like Bnei Brak. So the article goes on and says the change in route came a year after teen Shira Banke was killed and 5 more people injured by a Jewish religious extremist armed with a knife at a pride parade in central Jerusalem. And as I told you guys before, I was there. I was like 100 yards away when it happened exactly a year ago. I mean, the police knew about it. They knew he just got freed out of prison. They knew he was dangerous, and even so, he just came in packed with a knife and just started stabbing everybody he could see, injuring 5, one of them being someone I know, and killing an innocent girl that wasn't even fucking gay. But I mean, I started this video out saying that the radicalists have won again. This is another way to keep us from being a democracy. This is another way of just becoming a religious state. This is another step in that direction. Next week, the parade is supposed to be here in Jerusalem. Next week there's going to be a parade in Jerusalem where I'll be at, and obviously I'll take pictures and I'll show you how how peaceful it could be. But when the police use an excuse saying that they don't want to offend religious sentiments, I mean, that just pisses me off so much, because I mean, if you're religious and you know that you're going to live in a non-religious neighborhood or city, then you expect these things, right? You expect these things. You can't expect to be religious and live in a certain way and go live in a secular neighborhood or secular city and not expect, for these things to happen. And you know what? Let's not talk about gay pride parades. Let's talk about other things that are, less provocative. I'm talking about secular neighborhoods here in Jerusalem. They hang up posters, even of female individuals. I'm not talking about like bikinis or with any, too much skin. I'm just talking about like their face. And there are instances where these ultra-Orthodox, radical, religious people come and they tear them down because it's not decent and it's against their beliefs. But so that's a little thing that that shows how hard it could be here for us secular people, and it's always one-sided. That's something that you should know. Secular people that are not religious, never ever, I mean, it doesn't happen in any neighborhood. They never go into a religious neighborhood, right, willingly, and live there, and then try to impose their secularism on the religious people that live there. But it does happen in the other way around, right? Like, I live in a building where you have a couple of married religious, young couples. But so now it's all right. But what I've experienced in the past is that they become more and more and more, and from a couple of religious people, you have all of a sudden you have 2, 3, 4, 5 families in a huge building, and then they feel like they're enough to start changing shit. Like, say we can't pull out music on when it's Shabbos, when there's holidays. We're not allowed to walk around in certain ways, like when girls walk around with mini skirts or things like that, or maybe holding hands. I mean, these things do happen, and that's the problem. And I told you beforehand that they have no problem coming around and just tearing down female posters because it's not decent. So I think this is very tragic. I think that in 2016 in Israel, being a democracy, I think that we should be more tolerant, and I think that if you're religious, you should go, and not expect to go live in a secular-based community, neighborhood, or city, and be surprised that things like this will happen. But it's not fair and it's not democratic for you to go into that city and to impose your beliefs, and because of that, not let the LGBT community have a parade. Now, the craziest thing is that the LGBT community do participate in the army. They're like everybody else here, and yet they don't get to express themselves, the way they should. In addition, you should see what kind of looks, people get here if they walk hand in hand. I'm talking about LGBT people, two gay guys walking hand in hand in Jerusalem. I mean, they'll be stared at. They'll be probably cursed at, and I mean, there's no room for that. There's no room for that, and that's why these parades are so important. That's why it's so tragic that in a city, a mostly secular city like Beersheba, a parade is canceled out because the police gave an excuse saying that they can't ensure their safety, which is ludicrous. That's the whole the idea of the police. Anyway, I hope you guys like my new camera. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Catch me on Facebook, on Twitter. And if you have anything you guys have to say about the Gay Pride Parade in Israel, let me know. Are you guys against it? Are you guys for it? Do you guys think that it's too provocative to have gay pride parades in cities like Jerusalem or Beersheba or anywhere for that matter? Let me know and put it down in the comments. So yeah, anyways, until next time, have a great day, have a great weekend. Peace.